Hey, boys and girls, weather report for May 25th. And I just noticed that I misspelled there, and I'll fix that. There be demons. Basically, it was based on the picture that I have for the show icon or whatever. Anyway, I guess I got a lot of typos here. So here with David, some slackers didn't show up today. There are slackers in the community.
Whoop, notification.
Huh?
Oh, no, I just got a notification. I figured because I had an open mic, it would come through. But yeah.
No, I didn't hear that. Did not hear that. Let me fix up my stuff. What the hell did I do? Anyway, I linked in the chat that. Did you ever see There Be Dragons by Billy Bob Thornton on Fargo?
I have not.
Oh, it's absolutely an amazing clip. I wonder if I would get. I think I'm going to try playing a little bit of it. I might have to edit it out. So if you say anything while during the clip, just be aware that it's probably going to get edited out. So
yeah, because of what, copyright, maybe.
Yeah. Because of copyright, yeah. But I'm not sure if they would ding me on that one because other people have used it. And let me see here. I got to fix my description. I'm kind of OCD that way.
What's up, Topdawg?
Hey, Doug.
I don't know. Just normal stuff.
Normal stuff? What's normal these days?
Yeah.
Is there anything left of fucking normal?
Ask Danny that. You'll get a long conversation on that. What's normative, right?
Yeah, normative, yeah. Anyway, so I fix things. Hopefully it'll pop up there. Yes, I did fix things. Okay, let me get my shit together here. I wanted to play a couple clips.
So, anything exciting going on? I see. What do you got in the description there? Sal's video there.
Yep.
I didn't get a chance to watch that. I had it on and I started to watch it, and then it was like, oh shit, I didn't have the time and I was doing other stuff. So I didn't get a chance, but I did wanted to peek in on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was anything interesting or not, but
maybe I won't full screen this. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the algorithm is as far as copyright strikes. Yeah, we're gonna be brave. You know, Praise gets away with what the hell? He was playing entire rock songs on his stream, and he must get a copyright strike every single time he does a hangout, right?
Yeah. I mean, music is one of the worst, right?
Yeah,
when it comes to that. But there's all kinds of stuff on YouTube. There's tons of music on. So how do they get other channels get away? I don't know.
You either have to buy the rights or you have to, buy it from some site, or some of it is free. There are free sites.
Yeah. Okay.
Peter knows a lot about it, but anyway, this is one of my. This whole scene, I'll link it in the description, is wonderful to watch. But
or you could go get in your car and drive away.
Oh, wait a minute! I screwed up. Something. Oh no, maybe I did. I did screw up. Okay. Let me try this again. If you haven't watched this series, go watch it.
You could go get in your car and drive away. Now, why would I do that? Because some roads you shouldn't go down. Because maps used to say there'd be dragons here. Now they don't. But that don't mean the dragons aren't there.
Anyway, that's as much as I dare play. Do you know about that scene?
I do not. Like I said, no, I haven't seen it. No.
So basically, Billy Bob is like this crazy ass hitman, and this cop pulls him over in Duluth, Minnesota, and the cop is talking to his daughter in the background, right? So his daughter calls him and said, "Dad, she's having a conversation with his daughter." So he pulls over this guy and he has this long, strange conversation with him. And Billy Bob says to him, why don't you just, one thing you could do is just get in your car and drive away. And he said, why would I do that? And then he does this, there be dragons speech. And the cop hears his daughter again, gets in his car and drives away and leaves him alone. And it's pretty obvious that Billy Bob's going to kill him if he doesn't do that, right? So the guy just forgets it. He pulled him over for a taillight or something. Yeah, I think it's in the first episode of the first season of Fargo, and I thought it was just a masterful scene. The cop looks back and is like, I think I'll just let this one go.
Yeah.
So you basically threatened the cop.
Yeah, well, he was trying to do him a favor, letting him know that he wasn't going to live through that scene. And basically. But it was pretty cool.
It could have been bluffing too.
It's what?
Just to get out of it. It could have been bluffing just to get out of it. I don't know.
If you watch the rest of it.
What's it called?
If you watch the rest of the series, you'll realize that Billy Bob wasn't bluffing. He would not have lived through that traffic stop. So, anyway, it's pretty interesting.
But
anyway, so
said that to a real cop, the cop would start saying things to you. If he was to think that he was being threatened. Yeah.
Can changes? Okay, nerds go clubbing. Where's nerds go clubbing? There it is. So I just wanted to play a small part of this. They pretty much go through sugar chemistry in the beginning of this, and if anybody wants to learn, this is a pretty good resource for learning a little bit about sugar chemistry and chirality in sugars. Okay, so it might be helpful. But now this guy is a teacher at an accredited Christian college, James Carter. So,
it's a Christian college. Okay,
yeah.
Which college is that?
I'm not sure which one, but he makes a point that I get away with going live on YouTube and well, he kind of explains it here. I think. Let's see if I can play it.
To be brave when you come out in public like this. It can affect your career. Fortunately, I'm at a Christian university, an accredited university, but I think that there will be someday, because this is a university that's accredited by a very large accrediting body, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, that there will be a time where they will say, hey, if you're not teaching evolution only, or if you're throwing in religion and stuff, you're not going to get accreditation, or you're not going to get bonds to build new buildings, or I think that there's a spiritual war going on that we need to be cognizant of, and you will face persecution. It's challenging, especially those of you that are introverts or have anxiety issues, or you're stepping on the battleground when you start sharing this kind of information with others. And if we all have guardian angels and a third of the angels were fallen, that means there's billions of powerful demons that are working to try to trip you up and prevent you from hearing this information or understanding this information, or being distracted, or being too shy to share it with someone, or getting so caught up in the details that you don't make a decision about something because you're like, well, I see arguments on both sides, and so I'm just going to keep waiting on the fence, because there's going to be a time where a decision needs to be made, and we can't just stay in limbo forever. These have very real implications for the future and the way that we conduct our lives. So it's important that we devote enough time and prayer. So,
interesting message he has there, right?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
Well, it's a personality war, he meant, not spiritual. Well, it's the same word.
Yeah, or an ideology war, or ideas about science, but so you can understand how they're thinking, right? So he thinks that when people listen to information that evidence has presented for evolution that they're actually listening to demons. They're not really listening to evidence, right? In a way, that's what he's saying. He's not exactly stating that, and he probably would not admit to saying that. But in a kind of a convoluted way, he's saying that there are demons that are trying to get us to believe in evolution and separate us from God, and that's going to have some impact on how we run our country, our lives, our education, all of that, which is really kind of scary.
Oh my God, I was just about to say the same thing. That's scary ass shit right there. Yeah, that is.
So what is the evidence of what he's saying? I mean, demons. What does he mean? Just people?
No, he means demons. He really means demons.
Right. That doesn't make any sense in real life, though. We need to have a context of real life things to understand.
Yeah, but to him it makes sense. He believes we all have a guardian angel, so there are billions of demons because a third of them fell. So he really believes this.
That's what I'm saying. Meaningless words in reality.
Yep. But
this is the biggest thing that I struggle with right here is this kind of talk coming from a PhD. He's a professor at this college, correct?
Yep.
I struggle with that. That's scary as shit. I almost feel like I'm crazy to think that because they're crazy. Like, I don't know. I struggle with it. I really struggle with that. That's scary shit.
I guess that's what we're struggling with.
Yeah.
So it's Dr. James Carter Pavel. And if you look him up, I think it'll explain the college he's working at. And
see, that's the thing. I haven't listened to very little of James, just a little bit of when he's been on sales, a little, so I don't really know that much about him. I didn't realize he was that deep or that religious, that committed.
I believe Dr. Dan and Erica took him down on a stream the other day. I should find that and link it.
Yeah, I think I saw that and haven't had a chance to look at that. Yep.
I mean, the stuff he comes up with is from what I've seen so far, it's even less useful and potent than what Cell comes up with. I haven't really. They go through. Let's say they're going through the chirality thing. I can make this one full screen. Let's see back here. They're explaining sugars and some sugar chemistry and stuff like that. So when you guys, David and Topdawg, when you see these diagrams, what do you see or what do you think?
Human construct of molecules.
Yeah, but what do you like? Do you know what all this shit means?
The structure
not
of
really.
molecules.
I mean,
the sugars.
Huh?
What
like
kind
right
of
here.
molecules are they?
Sugars.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Okay. So
somehow I knew.
Okay, but you know that there's like carbons here at the little crossroads. Where my cursor is. I think you can kind of see my cursor. There's little carbons there at the crossroads, that sort of thing. And they oftentimes don't draw in the carbons. Sometimes they don't draw in the hydrogens. They'll show you the carbons, but not the hydrogens. Let's see if there's an example where they do that. I'm not sure. They had this illustration up for a whole long time. Whoa. They had that up for a long time. I don't see an example where they're showing the carbons. They usually just show the backbone. But anyway,
Sal has talked about this. I've seen this diagram up a few times on Sal's. He uses the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, here's all the atoms shown on these diagrams. So you see the carbons around the ring, and then there's an oxygen right here, and then there's another oxygen and a hydrogen. But I mean, if anybody would be interested, it's fun to explain that stuff at a really elementary level so that you can understand what these diagrams actually mean. And you can start to see the shapes and understand a little bit of the garbage that we're talking about when we
Yeah.
get all fucking obscure on you, right?
Yeah, that's my problem is I just haven't taken the time to really, dive in deep to it,
Yep.
just, so, but I think I do an okay job following along and understanding what everybody's talking about somewhat,
Oh, it was a Rob Carter video. It's a different Carter. James Carter doesn't
Yeah.
do his own stuff, just appears on other shows. Well, James Carter is on, there's something called Discovery Science. It's a YouTube channel. And he's going to be doing some videos on this animation portion that they do. And let me see if I can pop that up. But they have, oh my God, they get 70,000 views on these things. Discovery Science does. And they put out
and
propaganda.
is it all pseudo? Yeah, is it all pseudoscience?
Yeah, it's all propaganda.
Oh,
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's, let me see if I can pop it up here. And I was amazed at like 21,000 views, 13K views, 24,000. Geez. Damn,
Yeah, that's not good, really. I mean,
yeah, a lot of people are watching this stuff.
yeah, but that's the age of the internet. That's the thing. It's like, it's all at your fingertips, and it's all wherever wherever your fingers bring you. If your fingers bring you to that shit, and you really want to learn that, that's what's going to happen, and that's not
or the
too
algorithm.
Good,
the algorithm brings you there.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, here they are, Discovery Science. And so James Carter is going to be doing some animated videos on these. And I forget what the series is called. Is it under playlist? Probably under playlist. They have archives, future, let's see. Yeah, Long Story Short, it's called. It's a playlist they have. And they do all this kind of animated fun stuff. And let me see here. What did I want to show? I wanted to show something different.
It's funny, the animated stuff doesn't appeal to me, but it seems to appeal to a lot of people, though. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's my age. Yeah. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me that much.
Yeah, they get these little animations like whale evolution, and they show some cute stuff. And this has 18,000 views, but I saw one that was like 70,000 views. And so they explain a little bit of science, using animation and cute little characters and stuff that, oh yeah, there they are, cute characters. So anyway, there's somebody to keep an eye out for.
And that's James. James is on that, you said?
He's going to be doing some. Yeah, he's going to be doing some stuff. He said on this series, I believe, and he said that in Cell's video. So,
okay.
So he's also
on his own channel. You mean? Like
no, on this series.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's what I got out of what he said. I'm pretty sure he said on Long Story Short, it's going to be on this channel. So
now, what's up with Sal? Did he say? He's got other stuff going besides that YouTube channel, his regular YouTube channel, right? What has he got? Like another YouTube channel or a website or something? He's got other shit going too, right?
I think he's got a website and he's got another YouTube channel that he has not been contributing to lately. So,
okay, yeah. Okay, I know. I've heard him talk about it, but I never looked into what else he's got.
Yeah.
And then it's funny. Go ahead, Speed. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
It's funny that you look in the chat and you're always people are talking about things, and it's so many people in this community have on the atheist side, of course, have come from very religious backgrounds. We're highly religious backgrounds, tons and tons of them. Or probably 99% of them, right? Me and you, Speed, probably come from kind of the same, very similar. Like you have said that you've been an atheist your whole life. I have been too. So, but you don't find that too much in this community. Yeah. Most people have come from some very deep religious stuff,
Yeah, and I wonder how much it affects the way people think. Even after you've converted, I wonder how long it takes to completely get over that kind of thinking. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Probably pretty.
It depends on the person.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Their
most of the time.
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one guy that comes on this channel that I sort of doubt that he has fully recovered in his thinking from religion.
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning names.
Yeah. You don't have to. I know what you mean.
I don't want to pick anybody out.
There's been a fight with that too. There's been some battles with that.
I don't know if it has to be religion. It's just how the mind works.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. And that reminds me of another topic, the war over natural selection on answers in atheism. And that is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. So the war went on for 3 hours backstage last night, and you were there for the whole thing, right, David?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
And then some. Me and Peter actually, I stayed on and chatted with Peter for a little while after the fact, after everybody was done. Peter just wanted to continue and chat, so I stuck around for a little bit and we chatted too. Yeah. And Randolph too. Randolph stayed. He was still there.
Oh yeah. Randolph and I think Dessel was stayed after, and I talked to them after you guys all left because I shut the stream down after that.
Yeah. Randolph didn't really participate. He was just listening the whole time. He was there the whole time, and then at the very end, he chimed in when it was just me and him and Peter. We're chatting, and we're just kind of because Peter, him and Peter, Danny and Peter were battling pretty good yesterday. They were.
Yeah, they love each other, man.
Yeah. So we kind of were talking about that and.
Really good friends, facetiously. But the whole thing with this onslaught, which is, and Fodor is no longer relevant to anyone in biology. Nobody's listening to that. But now I've noticed that there are philosophers of science and philosophers of biology, and I've noticed that the really good ones are not just philosophers. They're not just trained in philosophy, but they're also trained in biology. They'll have at least a bachelor's in evolutionary science or something like that. And I think that those people, definitely have an effect on how science is done or how we frame this stuff, how we look at it. And my big question for what the fuck's that kid's name? Danny. Yeah, Danny. My big question for that kid is, what would you have us do different? What is your prescription for how we do the science or how we teach the science? Do we start out and I popped in. I was off on a walk and I came back and Atheist Junior AJ. He said something that was probably the best thing I heard. He said it is not called the theory of natural selection. It's called the theory of evolution by natural selection. Okay. And that's how Darwin phrased it, I think. So he calls it the theory of evolution by natural selection, not the theory of natural selection. And how much wind does that take out of Fodor's argument when you don't call it the theory of natural selection, you call it a part of a grander theory? What do you think of that, David, from what your understanding of it all is?
Yeah, I agree. But I think the other term is used also, right? A lot of people use that.
Who does?
How is it? Well, I think probably a huge amount of people that don't have a good understanding of it, maybe. I don't know. But I think it is, though, right? I mean, that term is used. It's I don't know. That's a big part of the issue. It is how it's worded and how how it's all related. That is definitely a key point of of the argument itself. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know how else I could how much better I can articulate it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, like you said, and that's kind of the way Danny is and Fodor, right, are using it, as in the theory of natural selection, right? That's kind of how they use it, and that's really the crux of it. That's the crux of the argument, kind of, right? Trying to figure out a better way to articulate it, but
I think that is the first deception in Fodor's argument, basically, by doing that little tiny switch.
Yeah,
and because in all of the reading I've done on this and work I've done on evolution, I don't think I've seen people talk about the theory of natural selection ever, and I don't hear natural selection a hell of a lot because you don't really think in those terms. Yeah, but you definitely hear it when you teach children. The core concept is that populations will be affected by their environment, and that will in turn affect what is inherited. So that's kind of what you're saying. Yeah.
That was right at the very end, as in our discussion, was that part of it right there on how, how natural selection has the negative and positive effects, right? You got, it may sometimes pick a negative trait, and then you also have the environment. The environment could, a natural disaster can happen and wipe out an entire species, or multiple species, or an entire ecosystem. So then you have that, and that's a part of natural selection, kind of, right? And that's the negative part of it. So that's where it lies, the contradiction, and that's the crux of Danny's argument. Was that contradiction right there? You have the negative and positive trait selection you can't pinpoint, and because the environment can have a complete and disastrous effect on things. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Dessel explained it very well. He's really good at it, far better than I am yesterday. So that was a big part of it.
Yeah, and there's the comment by Icarus that he had said from the beginning. And the other interesting thing is you'll hear them complain that the theory of what they call the theory of natural selection cannot tell you which coextensive traits are being selected for, right?
Right, that's exact right. Yep.
And when I first heard that, I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Because the core concept of natural selection is not going to tell you which traits are selected for unless you go out and look in the wild. And then when you say that, they'll say, oh, well, the theory doesn't do it. So you just got to accept that it's random, processes or whatever. No, it's not random. But
then he goes into historical. That's where Danny goes into, now it's historical because you're going back and looking.
Right.
At what happened. So there's so much to this, and like you said, this has been going on in our little neck of the woods here with Danny, and argument has been going on for a long time, and it's very confusing. But and there's so much dynamics to it, and my point is that like you just said, you have to go back and look. So, and there's so much information that you can't possibly have all the information. So that makes it tricky, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said.
But the good part about it is it does get us to examine our precepts and, how we're thinking about everything. And, I hadn't really thought about it. And I know Sel and his team over there are pulling up every paper they can that picks on either the idea of fitness or natural selection. Yeah. And so they're pulling up all these papers, and most of the papers Well, one of them he had from 1979, for Christ's sake,
Yep.
by Brady, I think. But a lot of the papers center around the year 2000. And that was when all of this stuff started basically shifting toward, is Dr. Dan in the audience? I don't dare say the extended synthesis.
Yeah.
He'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
Let's say. Philosophy of science, distinguishing science from non-science, although they may regard the problem as unsolvable. Correct. Okay, so Dessel recommended a book. Okay, Natural Selection in the Wild. That was, hang on a second here. I need to reorganize something because I have my little drawing pad up. My goodness. This is harder than I thought it would be.
So yeah, like I said, it got down to, like I said, at the end, and it got down to, okay, what do we do? Natural selection is surely a thing, and how it's used or how it's defined or whatever, it's a thing. So what is the problem? I asked Danny, would you want to, and also Leo was a big part of that. And I said, what are you going to do? You're going to just redefine it, change the definition, and almost both. It seemed like everybody agreed. Yeah, that's kind of what needs to be done. And I'm just like, how the hell could you do that at this point? Like, it's like impossible. You can't. It's so ingrained in the theory of evolution that you can't change it. Right? How we define it, I guess, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's so ingrained that we don't even think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. So,
it's almost like gravity to us. That's sort of
right. Yeah. I think so. I mean, I don't know, for a person that's very lay in this subject, it makes perfect sense to me. Natural selection, for somebody that doesn't know shit about it. Or shit about the whole all of biology, really, but I don't know. So yeah, I don't know how the hell you could change it. It's in like Leo said, it's in every goddamn textbook. So like, what the you gonna change? And he's like, oh, it's not like it's never been done before. We've made some big changes, and but I don't think you could.
I don't think you could begin to teach evolution to somebody, the theory of evolution, without starting there, without showing them how that works.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. It's like, how could you change it, and what would you change it to? I think it's impossible, really. So it's a tricky thing. I think I came to a pretty good understanding of the argument, I thought, and I don't know, and I thought we made some pretty good progress on this whole argument. We did it all in private. It's too bad it wasn't, on air. Maybe it would have been good, part of it, So
I'm trying to write down some books that Dessel's suggesting here. So Methods and Applications by Forrest. And there's another one that he mentioned that he liked. And so far,
the tautology of the whole thing, that's a big part that we didn't really settle on. That was, I see Dessel is written in there, so that's another thing that I haven't settled on, that part of it yet. But
it's just a bad wording of the whole thing. It's implying that one part of the idea, if you put it into a sentence in a certain way, ends up being a tautology, which would be something that's true under every condition. But but relying on natural selection, when you're looking at all of the details, is not true under every condition. There are some edge cases where things get a little wonky.
Right. That's the key right there. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, one of them is what is it called? Stabilizing selection, which takes two different genes and basically, like, the sickle cell anemia thing, where you have two different genes that, whereas if you have both of them, kill you dead. If you have both of either one, you're not in a good position to survive. But if you have one of each, you got a good chance of surviving in a mosquito infested place, right? So,
Right.
there are all those cases. So it isn't tautological in that sense. You have to look further into the details of how it runs or how it works. So,
Yeah.
Endler has a section addressing tautology. Okay, cool.
I definitely need more study. That's for damn sure. I need a lot more study, but never.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing here.
Well, I have on Speed's site forum a whole bunch of videos for understanding these topics.
Can you put a link in for that?
Okay.
Let's see. And to annoy creation myths, you can check out structural and evolutionary genomics. God. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Somehow, hang on a second here. Structural.
You know what I found funny too is Danny brought up yesterday, like there was, of course, we just went on and on about this whole subject. And one of the things he brought up was like his issue with reading. He went through a lot of, he has trouble with reading and comprehension, and he has to force himself to read. And it's like, how the fuck does a kid become? I mean, I'm sorry, Danny's intelligent. I mean, he's an intelligent kid. How the hell does he get so intelligent without doing a lot of reading? I wish I could have asked him that. That would. But he obviously does read, right? I mean, he's in the midst of his master's, right? That's where he's at in his studies, right?
I have exactly the problem that he was talking about, and I've had it all my life. I discovered it in second grade that in order to learn something, I have to have 5 books on the subject open at the same time. And I have to cross between one book and another constantly because I can't read in the order that, like, I was up. My son signed up for this blue box thing or something where they had like every week they'd send you like 3 boxes or they'd send you a box that had 3 meals in it, and you had to read the recipes. And so we'd go prepare them together. And I was reading the recipe, and I'd read line 1, and then I would read the line 7, and then I would read line 3, and then I would read line 2. And he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, well, "That's how I do it. That's how I do it. I'm sorry, I've done it all my life." It's like I can't start at the first sentence and without reading somewhere in the middle and all over and looking at the illustration, and then it's like, "Oh fuck, I'm getting another book," and and it's like. But anyway, there is a way around that, and you can learn very effectively. And you could, like, what I found out is that if I went to the library and got a bunch of books on the topic we were covering in school, that I got A's. I got A's easily.
Yeah, because you got so many different ones to refer to. Yeah.
Yeah, and you manage to learn by overstimulating yourself or some damn thing. But I was going to talk to Danny about that because I was listening when he was talking about that too, and I thought, holy shit, this is exactly what I have. So anyway,
yeah. So there you go. There's a good thing. You guys have something in common. You have,
Well, the other thing we have in common is I think we're both humans.
Yeah.
Those two things
don't seem to be quite enough, right?
I think we both love philosophy, even though I don't often sound like it.
That it just dawned on me today. That is the funniest thing now that you mention it. Here I am. I've been saying, or I've mentioned it just recently, that I didn't really care for philosophy because of let's say if I go back a few years or whatever, once I started getting into this community, I certainly never had any philosophical training or anything. I never even thought about the subject really, right, in my life. So once you get into this this community. There's tons of it, right? I mean, everything is like Danny says. Basically, everything you do is philosophical, right? But anyway, beside the fact, I listen to all kinds of philosophical conversations. There's tons of those amongst this community. And I always just was like, at the end of it, it's like, you know what? I can't stand this, because at the end, at the 2-hour mark, you're like, okay, where the hell? We seem to be right back at the friggin' beginning of 2 hours ago. Like, where the fuck did we get to? And it's like, oh, I can't stand this. It drives me crazy. But now, just in the past 2 weeks, this whole goddamn voter thing has been a whole philosophical thing. So it really has, helped me. Yes, I've certainly learned a lot, and it's actually been enjoyable for me. So, and here I am saying I can't stand it, but yet look at what it's done for me in just the past 2 weeks. So that's kind of interesting. Interesting thing.
So what are the facts of philosophy?
What's what?
Say again.
What are facts? What are the facts of philosophy?
There aren't a lot of facts. It's just a matter of. Danny was saying, "What do you mean by fact?"
Yeah.
What is true?
All it is
reality,
thinking. Philosophy is just kind of thinking, right? It's just it makes you think. It comes up with good questions. It makes you think about those questions.
And then I can use it for other things too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would rather have is the facts of that are useful.
Photo in my dreams.
Well, then you get into the empirical science, right? Then for that, right?
If philosophy was science, but I was just saying philosophy in general.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. The neat thing is you can draw neat diagrams. You could learn about logic, which is part of philosophy, and how logic intersects with mathematics, which is part of philosophy, how mathematics intersects with science. And what it allows you to do is to see outside of your current paradigm and try to find something tangible and useful in changing the way you think about things. And so it can make you more creative, by stepping outside and looking at it. But you have to be willing to step out constantly. Like once you step outside into a circle, like photo, for instance, right? You have to be willing to step outside of that and say, okay, so how does this affect the grand scheme of things? And you have so you have to keep going meta. And if you're willing to do that, and at some point you get so meta that you realize that you've crossed over into the land of bullshit. But and that happens sometimes. Other times you find something really significant, and that's why I pay attention when somebody comes up with some idea and trolls me with some philosophical idea that I just hate. Like the discussion, I don't think about it. Like the F word, we'll call him the F word. The F word, because I have to think, okay, have I really thought this through? Do I understand what he's saying? Do I understand what his criticism is? And so I dive into it, and I'm always doing it with this, what I consider a humble attitude that I'm going to fucking miss something here. And then But after I've shaken it up and down and emptied the box and put it back together 50 times, I'm willing to admit that no, the F word is full of shit. but he made me do all this thinking, at the same time, right? So what the heck? It's the same with creationists. Like, we know they're full of shit, but they make us think about, little details, and they make us dig into things. So so Danny, if you're a fucking philosopher and you aren't obsessed with the meta, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, meta is philosophy, man. You keep looking for greater and greater abstractions of everything. So
I know that you have to have a balance and understand but then you have to have that line of knowing the difference between what's fictional and what's real too. Yeah. Where you go into if you don't know the difference, then you're just gonna make up things and stuff that have nothing to do with reality.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I like about philosophy is it makes you think. That's the good thing about it, and that's what it's really for, I guess. I don't know.
It matters what the goal is, I guess. So
yeah.
So Danny is referring to the kind of meta where you talk about the psychology and the basically what people's goals are, what their intent is, and that is also philosophy, Danny.
Yep.
You know, you have to look at where people are coming from, what they're trying to frame. You know exactly what kind of person are you dealing with, and for this whole group of philosophers, I would put Fodor and Chomsky in the same handbasket. You got to be careful about where they're coming from because they're coming from a place that I find very stinky.
Danny's in the chat. Danny, I wanted to get a chance. I didn't get a chance to ask you. Do you think we made progress yesterday at all? I thought we did. I don't know what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, Dessel wants to know if you made progress, Danny. Or not Dessel, David. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dessel probably makes progress all the time.
Yeah.
I think he's been slowly funneling Danny through a sieve.
Yeah. He can explain stuff pretty well.
Yeah.
Dessel, he did really good.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I think he made some. Like I said, I thought he made some good points during that conversation. That was like I was thinking and wanted to bring, contribute that, but it was like I couldn't even dream of trying to articulate that, or it's like, and he did it. So I was like, oh, that was great, thank you. So yeah. I thought it was good, but it's been a fun conversation anyway.
So here's a clear claim by Danny that natural selection doesn't explain anything. Hey, Martin.
Hey, guys. Let me see if this works. Can you guys see me?
Oh, Martin. Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you.
Can you guys see me? No.
Yeah.
Well, we have. Oh, okay. Well, we missed it because of.
Now you can wait.
Word. Okay.
We saw you for a moment.
You guys are the first guys to see me on the internet.
Oh, you got your camera.
My camera is working. Yeah.
Oh,
it's crazy, huh?
Do you want to go full screen?
You got it.
My coffee.
Holy shit! How many monitors do you have stacked up? 8 or
like
6?
5.
Okay, cool. You're my kind of guy. You're my kind of guy. I love multiple monitors.
Yeah, I love them more. You can see.
Yeah, the first thing I did when I got a contract is ask them, okay, where's my second monitor? And if they didn't have one, I would bring in my own. So, like the last contract I had, I brought in a 55-inch, and I had the biggest monitor in the office.
That's awesome. I have like a, if you can see, this is a 4K monitor, and it has as many pixels as all these monitors on the outside put together.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So you got 5 4Ks hooked up, or do you?
No. This is
okay.
One 4K,
yep.
which you guys are on, and the other is 1080p. So these 4 screens can fit on this one screen.
Yeah. I've got on my Windows machine, I've got 3 4Ks, but I had to put in 3 graphics cards.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think the new graphics cards can handle multiples.
Yeah.
And the Apple Tower, the Mac Tower or whatever it is, can handle 16 4K monitors, and I think
that's crazy.
A few 5Ks. So
that's insane. I wish there was like graphics cards that can handle more than 4, because I have 5 and it's just one more than 4. So
yep. Yeah.
So the one I use, internal graphics. I have 2 graphics cards, but I took the one out because it just makes my room too warm.
Yeah, but then I bought an Oculus Quest, and the whole world is my monitor. So I can like go in there and draw. Like I like doing philosophy in the Oculus Quest, because when I do it 3D, and I can walk around my diagrams and connect them up in 3D, all of a sudden it just opens up my mind. But when I first put, it's virtual reality, if anybody doesn't know what it is. When I first put the glasses on, I got really uncomfortable. And what I had to do is I was in a room, so you can grab like stock art. So I grabbed a bunch of palm trees and some grass and put it on the floor. And I went into the corner of my workspace, and I just sat there and got used to looking around at all this space around me, right? So then I went out and I drew a little diagram, and then I went back and sat in my corner again, hid in my corner. I should have had a teddy bear, and looked at it, and it's like, holy shit, this is great. All of a sudden it just opens up your mind. So working at a 3D space, like we imagined this stuff in 1990. We were talking about creating a 3D space for designing programs where all the programmers could go in the same space, and you could, pull out a box and that'd be your function, and, pull out other shit, it'd be your database. And nobody's done that yet very well, but it would be pretty cool for, interactively talking about the structure of your program. So, and here's the program.
Cool. And have you driven a roller coaster with that Oculus Quest? Or?
Yeah, that one, and the little pigs thing. Did you get, where you're actually one of the little pigs and you're looking up these like 25-foot tall people?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Are you talking about dreams?
No, we're talking about Oculus Quest and virtual reality.
Oh.
Yep.
The virtual reality roller coaster makes me want to throw up sometimes or fall over. But I haven't got the Oculus Quest.
Yeah, what's neat about the Oculus Quest is if the phone rings, if you've got your room drawn carefully, you can stick your head outside of your world and you see this like real grainy video. So you can see the real world outside of your world that you're in. And every now and then you have to step outside and kind of get your bearing again. Some people get really sick from it.
And you don't get sick.
You're cutting out a little bit, I think.
You don't get sick.
Yes,
yeah.
You're still cutting out.
Yeah, you are. He's asking you if you get sick or not.
Oh no, my son did it first, but he got used to it. But I didn't. I immediately took to it. It was like, this is the world I've always lived in inside my head. Like, this is the way my world looks to me when I close my eyes. So it was just natural for me. And I think it's just absolutely wonderful.
That's cool.
I've been wanting to get a VR headset. But cost a lot.
Yep. My library got full of junk, so I haven't been able to use it for about 6 months, but I finally got the junk out of my library. And I moved all kinds of stuff from a condo into my library, unfortunately, and I had to sort through it all and get it all straightened out before I could go back in there. But I'm going to go back into it. I think I should go back into it and do natural selection by the F word. F-word natural selection, I'll call it. And there's also a way to videotape it so that you can put it online on YouTube videos. And someday I hope to...
OBS.
Yeah. Well, you can download videos. Like you can do a recording inside of the Quest and then download it. And I don't know, I got to get back into it again. I have so many things to do. Anyway, I was showing a screen and then I didn't even talk about it, but Topdawg on this link that is provided now in the description has about 4 or 5 videos for natural selection if anybody wants to go get charged up on it, that sort of thing.
Is my connection better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're good right now.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So, Martin, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. Have you been hanging out in a different part of the community, or what have you been up to?
I've made a video that you guys should check out. I would like to hear your response to it. But it's for Muslims. I'm trying to help Muslims see that they are deceived. It's a video for them. But it's super hard.
Yeah, and then after you're done with that, you can do one on how the Christians are deceived, and then we'll make some real. But can you post?
Because like I said, I think we're all deceived in some places.
So Martin, do you want to post your video link in private chat?
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and I'll put it in the description and public chat.
Okay, let me check if I can get it fast.
All right, Martin, please tell me you didn't use the like the ID argument, like intelligent design argument, or what were you using?
No, you'll see. It's not
okay.
ID. I'm trying to help Muslims. Remember, ID is not gonna help a Muslim.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I wasn't sure what. I know you kind of tend to lean towards that argument because of your background, right?
Okay, there's the link. You guys can check it out sometime and then tell me what.
Yeah, you lean towards the information and all that kind of stuff, right? Because of your background, right?
It makes the most sense to me at the moment.
Right.
Like that.
Right. Yeah.
So that makes sense to me, and I think it also in science helps scientists to be able to also like they tackle biology from a programming what do you call it? Programming perspective, or at least that's what some scientists say.
Is that your YouTube channel, All for Jesus?
That's one of my YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, more than one. I will link that in my description of this video.
Thanks.
And then after you're done correcting the Muslims, come over here and we'll help you out.
Please, man, please help me. If I'm deceased somewhere, then we'll help each other.
Yes, we can help each other. Well,
I'm trying to help a lot of people, but
yeah, we don't want to all the way convert you. We just want to get you to the point where you accept the science. So
I accept science. Good science.
Okay,
yes.
good.
I love science.
Well, you got to get rid of the devil stuff, right?
I wish I could.
The demons.
I wish Topdawg did a better job for me, so I can get rid of it. But he gave some good arguments, or arguments against it, but it's not convincing me at the moment. But I wish he was right, because I want demons to be as weak as possible and as loser as possible, like biggest losers ever. I want them not be able to possess someone. So so if Topdawg is correct, then I would love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad he was at least.
He was trying.
At least put a dent in it. By putting a little dent in your.
Yeah, I thank you for that. I thank
your theory.
You tried to say. Topdawg, correct me if I'm wrong, but you tried to say that it's just hypnotism. I wonder if he's still here. He's probably gone. He ran away when he saw me.
Sorry, I had a call on Facebook.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know. Sorry. You could have just typed and then. Okay. Sorry that I interrupted your Facebook call.
So did you show the video?
Because of me.
Did you show the video yet?
Which one?
No.
The one that he.
No, we just.
I just wanted
he
to
just linked it. Yeah, he just linked it.
Yeah, it's too long. It's like
54 minutes.
It's long for.
55 minutes. Yep.
But usually when me and Topdawg, when we go through a video, it takes like an hour for 15 minutes of footage to get
because it's so long. You have to be explained every point.
No, we go off topic.
Like
people join, and then we just go off topic to dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Martin. So let me ask you. So you're tackling the Muslims, and why is that? Was that because are there a lot of Muslims in your area?
No, I have come in contact with a lot of Muslims, and I've talked to a lot of Muslims, and some of my best friends are Muslims, and so I try to help them.
Okay. Best friends online, you mean, or best friends in your physical area?
No, online.
Online. Okay.
Not physical. Physical. It's mostly Christians that are physical.
Because I know, but you're in Southern Africa. You said, right?
Yeah, I'm at the point of Africa, South Africa. Yeah.
Because there are some sections of Africa where there are a lot of Muslims, right? In certain areas. Right? Yeah.
Even at some places here, there's also a lot of Muslims.
Yeah.
They populate the world quite quickly because of not giving women so many rights. So women just pop out babies like crazy.
Yeah.
Women tend to do that, in my experience.
Yeah.
What did Topdawg want to say?
I tried to do it.
What did I miss while I was talking to my nephew on?
Not much.
Facebook.
I was just saying bad stuff of you, good stuff of you. That you were giving me some arguments for against demons.
It's just
which
one of the
I
reasons.
like.
It was the hypnotism.
Yeah, you gave that one. And what was the other reason?
The brain having maybe some problems, just normal problems that biological brains get. Even computers glitch out and stuff. So
yeah, that's what
living cells and stuff need a lot of energy and stuff. It's if the blood flow's not there or something happened in the brain, it just glitches out somehow.
Yeah, that's the same
nutrients and stuff.
method I used to explain away evidence in the past, but then it began just to be too much that I can't explain that with.
We don't know for real. I mean, those are the possibilities. There's no 100% or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no evidence on your side that it's magic or demons. That's the problem. There's none at all. But we know that we can use physical understanding of how things work, like electricity flow and like computers do that, So we could even if we're you mess with the brain even while like somebody's getting surgery or something. So
you said that one girl that had a voice change. You said that gave you the chills or something.
The one imagination of what would be going on. I mean,
I saw that on Netflix.
It's what happens is our imagination take over of what we don't know. So it's just
I think
how things are in our own mind too.
That girl, I think she was involved in like satanic rituals. That's why she was talking about cutting herself and stuff.
And who was she contacting to anyways for help?
She was contacting over a radio station, asking for help.
A radio station for help, and not a hospital or a police or something that could come over there to do something to save her somehow or stop her from moving around if she has convulsions or something.
I don't know the full story. I haven't done so much research about it, but that is what I could realize from that and other video clips about that. So it's definitely a radio station that she contacted. It sounded like that. He sounds crazy. It's freaking freaky.
Weird that you call a radio station instead of actual people that can help.
So Midnight, what are you doing? Are you there, Midnight? Hello? I guess not. Jumps online and doesn't say anything.
Do you hear me?
There you are. What's going on?
I mean, did you want me? Did you want to hear me chewing?
No, I really didn't. No. Yeah. No.
Remember, it makes me homicidal.
Yeah.
Triggering.
I just was wondering if there was anything interesting going on. That's all. Never mind. I won't bother you.
Yep. Very triggered right now.
How many channels has Danny gotten banned from, or kicked, or?
He gets kicked a lot, but nobody bans him.
Yeah, nobody bans him. No, as far as I know.
kind of like Otangelo a little bit in that he's often very entertaining, and he's unlike Otangelo in that sometimes he is actually very comes up with some really good stuff. Good information, good good challenges, things like that. So yeah, it's hard to ban Danny.
Yeah. How well do you know Danny, Martin?
Well, I did ban him for a week, I think.
Why? What did you do?
Danny, you don't have a fucking argument to respond to anymore. We have tortured your argument so much that it's like in little tiny. It's like in the dust that's floating around in the room, and you can only see it if the sunlight just hits it right. Your argument is so fucking shattered. I mean, we had beat this fucking thing to death. I mean, people are going to unsubscribe to me if I keep beating it. It's just like, oh yeah, we're just bloviating, and bloviating is something that you've never done, Danny, my boy. Danny, and I just love Danny.
Yeah.
How did he make you so angry that you would ban him? Like,
he what the hell did he do? No, it wasn't anger. It was just it was kind of fun. Anyway, Martin, we want to return Danny to you Christians. We're returning him.
You have said that multiple times.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, we don't want him anymore.
Oh, good.
Please take him. Please convert him back. Please.
He's hard to argue with. Yeah. Even the atheist, he went on to Pine Creek's channel, and Pine Creek always asked for this miracle of turning something, burning something that's in water. And he wants this miracle so badly, and then he comes on there and he says, "What will this miracle prove? Nothing. There's no evidence at all."
Yeah. Well, I would have to agree.
Angry.
I would have to agree with Speed, though. Danny brings a lot of value to a lot of different conversations. So,
I think you went too far there. You went way too far. But anyway, I sort of agree with you.
Yeah, so that's why he never gets banned. Of course, it's because
he brings a lot of shitstorm when we're bored. When I have when
brings
I can't
that too. Yep.
Yeah, when I can't think of anything to say, I let Danny in the room. There's always something to say.
Yeah.
There's always somewhere to go.
He's not done with this argument. He's been battling the argument in the side chat here. So yeah, he's not done with it. So.
I honestly think Danny should give up on the photo argument. It's getting old. It's getting boring. It's getting very, very moronic. Well, that too.
Yeah.
I think if me and Danny talked to each other, he would probably scream at me like, perhaps.
Yeah. Him and Leo got pretty heated yesterday. It was actually offline, but which was surprised because Leo and Danny get along very well, but they got kind of heated, and then it calmed right back down again. And we made some progress at the end, and that was good. But that was kind of surprising. Leo was pretty fired up. He got fired up yesterday.
Corey is reading my mind.
What happened to Danny's messages?
Oh, now we got another guy who's a softer, softer spoken philosopher in the chat.
Yeah, Danny, I did not ban you from chat, so somebody else must have tossed you out. Did somebody toss him out?
Secular pagan mom.
Oh, secular pagan mom.
Oh, Jesus, they don't get along very good. Yeah, they.
What did you do to him?
I don't know. I don't even think he was talking to her. I don't think he was. I didn't see anything. Oh boy.
Wasn't me, Danny. Anyway, I like this other guy, Phil Talk, a lot better. He's a lot nicer. Oh, wait a minute. No, I guess he isn't. Hang on a second. He said I was stupid. Let's see. Where's this guy, Phil Talk?
Oh,
let's see.
I missed that.
Oh my God! What are those three little dots? What does that say? Does that say put user in timeout? Oh my God, it does.
Oh.
Bye, Phil Talk.
Your hide user on the channel.
Bye, Phil Talk.
Danny,
now he'll come back.
Danny.
He's got two or three other sock accounts. He'll be back.
Look at that last. Oh my Jesus, Danny.
Danny. Jesus Christ, Danny, you really know how to bring it to a room. You know, he knows how to get banned.
If I hit the hide button, does it only hide from my?
Oh, you might have to mute immutable too. Look at that comment.
Let's see. Well, let's see. We're on the way.
Yeah, Christ, we're gonna have to ban the whole side chat.
Yeah, we'll ban
time we're done. Yeah. Jeez, what the hell's going on today? There's not enough. There's no shitstorm going on in the live, the live stream. So it has to be in the side chat.
Yeah, and we have a Christian here, and we're getting along better than I get along with fucking atheist friends.
Yeah, what the hell's going on today?
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh shit!
I have no idea.
Yep.
Banhammer screaming wild.
How many accounts does Danny have? Like, dude, not.
He's got 4. I think he's got 4 or 5. I had to ban them all one night. And it was a real challenge. And then I had to go unban one of them. I think I left the other 2 banned. So I think other than Phil Talk, he can't come in with his other socks. But he'll go create another one. So
this is funny. Okay, Banhammer is swinging wild. Yep.
I gotta wonder why it is so important for Immutable to call me an idiot about scientism and Danny to call me an idiot constantly. I mean, I wonder exactly why I get under it. Why do I trigger them so badly?
I know. And Chris, you didn't hardly say anything just now. Like,
I'm just a harmless old man. I mean,
yeah.
High school dropout to boot,
Yeah.
I got a lot of books, but I didn't read them all.
Yeah. That's spread out throughout the whole community. Yeah.
Didn't read all my books.
Hey, Speed.
Yeah.
High school dropout. I don't know. I was trying to come up with a good song, but you're a fucking look. Okay, Phil. What are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, like Speed said you're better than Danny, yet you prove him wrong.
Yeah, he fucked up. They all got banned. Yep. Anyway, guys.
By the way, Martin, I love all of you.
Martin, I saw you have a video that I'm really probably going to have to listen to called "Evidence That DNA is a Code and Points to a Creator." Oh my!
I mean, isn't that what they? Sorry, isn't that what a lot of Christians believe, or creationists believe?
Well, let's see here. Where is it? Hang on a second.
Isn't it intelligent design?
Evidence that DNA is a code, and oh my goodness, we're going to have to analyze this video. Now you put your foot in it, Martin.
Bring it. I made it for that guy, for Jim Browning. He has like I don't know how many millions of subscribers.
I feel like you made it for me.
And for you, especially for you, man.
You made it for me. Thank you. Oh, we are going to have to check this one out.
Speed, read
debunk it for me, please. Come on, debunk it.
Read Andrew's comment, Speed. Make sure you read Andrew's comment.
Mind having a private chat if this is done sometime before 4. Oh shit, that's 6. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Yeah, I got to get out of here pretty quick anyway. So yeah, we could have a talk. I'll email you and we'll figure it out. So it'll be before 4. Okay. So I don't know. I kind of want to end soon. So.
Well, I have my share screen.
Already, but I just got here. That's rude.
You're the boss. You're the boss, Chief. So whatever you need to do.
I cannot see this.
All right, what are we checking out?
I had to make a quick phone call anyway. I should probably go.
Oh, you've got how the moon formed? Or holy what?
Uh-huh.
This is all
my things on my or your site, my forum, or whatever you call it, my posts on your forum, something like that.
At least
That's-
somebody's
that's-
doing some work.
So
Yeah, I
They have a
think
whole
I
bunch.
already have a link to that, but that's the one that you just put in chat, right?
Yeah, well,
the
yeah, that's
natural
that's the
selection one,
forum, but
and
I think
this one.
I put a
Yeah.
specific one, the natural selection. So
So
Cool.
if you go to science-based TV shows, you can get the Carl Sagan, Cosmos, Bill Nye, all the episodes. And Eyes of Nye, you could get the 100 Greatest Discoveries, and then Through
Hey.
the Wormhole, and even the old 1991 Beekman's World.
Beekman's World. Wow.
Yep.
One thing I
posted it on
haven't
my
checked
thing.
into was Bill.
I mean-
Bill Nye wasn't arrested, was he? Was Bill Nye arrested for something?
So why would anybody arrest Bill Nye?
I don't know, but
Uh,
for some reason that was brought up, and I was like, I didn't hear about that.
He should have immunity to all crimes.
Somebody mentioned it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I'd have
There
to
was
check into
another-
that.
maybe somebody else's name, Bill Nye.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check
An
into it
actor.
because I never
think
heard
there's
of
an
that.
actor.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds the
maybe that
same.
could be. That could be.
He's like 80 years old though.
Oh, it's
Danny's back, and Danny says Bill Nye's an idiot.
it's
Oh, okay. Is everybody
You haven't seen
an idiot?
anything.
Hang on. Is everybody an idiot except Danny?
everybody's an idiot according to Danny.
Define what an idiot means. What does an idiot mean?
Okay, this Bill Nye
an
thing.
idiot means Danny. Sorry. I couldn't
No,
help
I mean
myself.
like the real definition.
I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Okay, it's some kind of satire thing about Bill Nye or something. Fodor's an idiot.
Fodor's
there's-
an idiot.
Fodor is
Well,
an idiot.
I mean, Fodor is an idiot. There's no argument there.
Yeah.
It
I thi-
says
I
a
think-
stupid person, a person of low intelligence.
Is that what an idiot is? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
labeled satire. Snopes was TV host Bill Nye arrested for manufacturing and selling illegal drugs, and for some reason I can't view the article. Oh, a years-old rumor started spreading on social media in 2019 that Bill Nye was arrested for selling illegal drugs, but it was like a bullshit thing.
Oh,
And-
okay. Yeah, Brain Buggers wrote in there. Yeah, it was based on a Breaking Bad thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was like satire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a meme, he said. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't think that had anything.
Yeah.
Didn't bother to check it out though, because I didn't think there was anything to that.
Yep. I'm kind of waiting for the timeouts to expire.
Why all the Hamill?
Yeah, so
banning. Yeah.
I want it to expire so I can time them out again.
Well, under your definition, Topdawg, I guess I'm an idiot then.
What? And what does stupid mean?
I don't know. That would probably apply to me too, I guess.
To me, it means somebody doing something wrong on purpose.
Well, okay. A person that doesn't know something is called ignorant, and a person that is willfully ignorant is an idiot.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yep.
Yeah.
If
So
you
they're doing it
absolutely
wrong on
refuse-
purpose. See? It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then evil is just somebody doing wrong on purpose continuously, especially.
Okay, have my timeouts expired yet? Nope. Damn.
Who did you want to who did you want to time out again?
Phil Talk and Mutable Destiny. But no, what I really want is to save the chat. And you have to wait for the time. The messages come back after the timeout's over, right?
No,
not the original ones. Or the ones that were deleted. No.
Okay. Damn, because that's a problem. That's a real problem.
It says view deleted message. And I want to cover it.
Yeah, I wonder if that works with my chat saving thing.
But if you have a wrench, and you can go back and look at them, though, right? but they don't come back by themselves. You can look at them. You can look at them, but they don't reappear.
Right. Message deleted by secular. Okay, view deleted message. So what did he say? I don't know what he said. Anyway, okay.
So are you going?
Yeah, we're gonna go. I think we're gonna hang it up. We're gonna shoot it in the head today. What do you think? So
it's fine with me.
Where's Scott anyway?
Scott has a day off.
Yeah.
He's slacking. I don't know why he's slacking. Anyway.
Oh, Immutable, what did he's saying? The message came back? What is that?
The messages come back like your exes do. Really annoying the way YouTube will do that. There's a reason they were deleted. You accept the argument. Danny, does he have any support for the validity of his objection? Like, why is Danny fixated on Photo's argument? That's what I want to know.
Because it aggravates us.
Yeah. Yeah.
He enjoys aggravating you guys.
He's a philosopher. Midnight, he says he's not a philosopher, but there's a contradiction in it. Or there's a contradiction there, and that's why he's fixated on it. Because, right, if you're talking about a philosophical argument and there's a contradiction, that means there's right, that gives it validity, right?
Well, I think another possibility is that Danny belongs to this group of philosophers that just want to fuck with science. They don't care for the whole materialist, physicalist view of things, so they just want to mess with it.
I mean, that's the very wrong idea, because it's like if you do that, you're gonna turn people off scientists to philosophy, right? And then it's just stop doing that, Danny. Okay, philosophy and science should be allies, or not allies.
Danny,
I hate using that term.
How, Danny, could you elaborate on that for me? You said that's not right. I thought there's a contradiction there, right? And that's I'm wrong there? Okay. Elaborate if you could.
Elaborate.
Just making shit up. I don't know. He's after you, Speed. He's
he's got an issue with me because there's reasons, but we won't get into them.
Yeah.
Danny, they say we should talk. They want you to come back to Christianity, man.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, please. We're returning Danny.
Because they don't want to get anywhere. And their arguments, right? That's why.
That's pretty good. Okay, guys, we're gonna quit.
All right,
we're gonna quit for the
all right.
Got to get the brand going, and we're gonna go unlive.
All right, gentlemen.
Shortly. Okay.
Stay curious.
Love you all.
Have a great day.
Goodbye, cruel world.
For some reason,